Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Zahra Fadila. I'm from the Accounting Study Program. This is my name and this is my class goal. Now, today I want to talk about something that's definitely close to all of us, Indonesian food. Yay! I mean, who doesn't love to eat, right? But it's not just about the taste. Indonesian cuisine is super diverse and incredible rich. Indonesia is a whole country, and every region has its own traditional dishes. From west to east, every place has its own unique flavors. For example, Padang is famous for its spicy and savory rendang. Palembang has pempek with its sweet sour cuko sauce, and in Java we've got gudeg, rawon, and all kinds of soto. Even soto is different in each city. According to the Ministry of Tourism, we actually have more than 5,000 types of traditional food. Yes, 5,000. So many. But sadly, most people only know or eat just a few. Each dish has its own story and meaning, like tumpeng, which is usually served for Thanksgiving ceremonies, or lemang, which is popular during Eid in Sumatra. What's even more interesting is that Indonesian food isn't just from our own culture, it's also been influenced by others like Chinese, Arab, Indian, and even Dutch cuisines. But somehow everything blends together perfectly and becomes something uniquely it's Indonesian. Okay, and here's something we can be proud of. Rendang was once voted the most delicious food in the world by CNN Plus. Lots of foreign tourists come to Indonesia just to try our food. So yeah, our food is actually really cool. Whoa. And it helps introduce the world to our culture. But here's the sad part. More and more young people these days seem to know more about burger, pizza, or ramen than their own local dishes. Even surveys show that that's kind of worrying because if we don't care about our own food, it could slowly disappear. That's why it's super important for us to start caring. It doesn't have to be hard. Just eat local food more often. Try learning how to cook it. Or even post about Indonesian food on social media. We, the young generation, should be the ones who preserve and be proud of Indonesian cuisine. So it continues to be known and loved around the world. Okay, next in part two, we will talk about uncountable nouns. So let's go.
In part 2, we will talk about uncountable nouns. What are uncountable nouns? Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted individually because they often represent substance, abstract concept, or collection that cannot be separated without the help of a unit or quantifier. For example, incorrect usage in English is one rice. A bowl of rice is example correct usage in English. Next, characteristic of uncountable nouns. They do not have a plural form or cannot be given the s ending. They do not use the particle a or an. They are used with quantifiers like some, much, a little, etc. To condemn, you need words like a glass of, a piece of, a bottle of are used. General usage rule. Uncountable noun plus singular verb. For example, the information is important. Water is essential for life. Next, categories of uncountable nouns. Here are some common categories of uncountable nouns. A. Substance or materials. Is sugar, salt, water, oil, and air. B. Food and drinks. Rice, coffee, milk, and flour. C. Abstract concepts. Advice, knowledge, information, love, and happiness. Next, D. Material and building materials. Example, wood, paper, plastic, iron, and glass. E. Gases and liquids. For example, air, smoke, oxygen, and steam. F. Others, furniture, equipment, traffic, luggage, and homework. Quantifiers for uncountable nouns. Since uncountable nouns cannot be counted directly, we use quantifiers to express their quantity. Quantifier and example sentence. Quantifier some, example sentence, I need some sugar. Quantifier much, example sentence, she doesn't have much time. Quantifier a little, example sentence, add a little salt to the soup. Unit words or partitive present. To specify the amount more clearly, we use unit words. Unit word, a glass of, example sentence, I drank a glass of water. Unit word, a bottle of, example sentence, he bought a bottle of oil, etc. Difference between countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns can be counted, has plural form, pans with s, use many and a few, for example, book and chairs. Uncountable nouns cannot be counted directly, no plural form or s, or without s, use much and a little. For example, water and advice. Full sentence example. I need some information about your product. There isn't much milk left in the fridge. Could you give me a piece of advice? He drank a bottle of water after running. They have a lot of equipment in the lab. Words that can be both countable and uncountable. Some words can be used as countable or uncountable depending on the context. Word chicken. In a countable example, I have 2 chickens or animals. Uncountable examples, I add some chicken for meat. Common mistakes to avoid. Incorrect usage in English and advice. Correct usage in English. Some advice of or a piece of advice. Incorrect usage in English information. Correct usage in English information. Uncountable without plural form or without s. Conclusion, uncountable nouns are crucial in English. They cannot be counted directly and require quantifiers or unit words to be used in sentence. Understanding and using uncountable nouns correctly will help you become more fluent, especially in formal and academic communication. Thank you.